One of our most awaited guests is here, Master Dr. Mani Kabir, and beside him, Mr. Aman. So, welcome to this forum, firstly, and I had been personally waiting you both to join this, and this interview session will be, conducted in such a way so that people get to know, like, what it is that you are doing in your niche, and this time intergalactic healing is under the spotlight. So firstly I would like you to start with that what it is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me here again.
Thanks.
And okay, intergalactic healing is not a new term. It's just come into the existence very recently. We are all connected with energy all across. You know, we live in a multiverse. We don't live in a universe. So there's not one Earth and one Milky Way and one of this. We don't live in that. So we live in a multiverse. So multiverse means that we can download information from any of the planets, any of the star systems that are there. So, intergalactic healing is when you're able to channel wisdom from the divine mind.
Definitely. And Mr. Aman, what are your insights into this?
Intergalactic healing is something which is not known to all, but it is very special because once you are in that zone where you connect and you channel information from different universes, that's something where you get that insight that your third eye is getting activated. That's something which is one small thing about what is intergalactic healing, and you can use that information to heal people here and give them more wisdom, give them more knowledge, and to get onto their correct path and grow.
Definitely. Fascinating insights from both of you. And moving ahead, I would like you to firstly let our viewers know that how spirituality can help us, because we are a business community. So how spirituality could help people to grow in their business, because it's very much important for people to know that spirituality could just make a difference to us, because so many people are very much ignorant. Like I always say, that they ignore the fact that it is very much important for us to acknowledge our spirituality and our inner selves. So being a master in your domain, how would you like to convey it to the audience out there, please?
So, as I said inside also when I was speaking, that we forget that we think that we are human beings, and once in our lifetime we are going to have a spiritual experience. Somebody's going to have it at 30, somebody's going to have it at 60. But what we forget is that we are spiritual beings having a very small human experience. So, we are only here for a very little time because Earth is a school and we've all come here to learn things. And what we forget in this whole thing is, which is a big illusion, that we are separate from the divine mind, we are separate from ourselves, we are separate from our spirituality. So I see a lot of people coming and saying that मैं अब spiritual हो रहा हूँ. So I always tell them that no, it's not right. You always were spiritual. You're just acknowledging your spirituality, as you said. You just have to acknowledge it, that you are a spiritual being. As far as businesses and entrepreneurs are concerned, I meet hundreds of entrepreneurs every day, and their biggest concern is that they all want to excel. But what they don't realize is that they cannot excel unless and until they are taking care of themselves. So hustle is a very wrong word. So when you say I hustle, I wake up at 5, I'm working till 3, I was working till 4 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to get anything.
Yes.
And because I've done that for 15 years in my life. I was in advertising, or advertising का culture ही ऐसा होता है, you just end up spending so many hours and hours of the day and the night. And we used to take a lot of pride in saying that, oh, 4 बजे तक session चल रहा था, or I was up at this, and I was up at that. But no, the moment you are in your schedule, success requires discipline. So the opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is indiscipline.
Okay.
So when you don't have discipline in your life, you are sure to fail. But if you have a little bit of discipline, and discipline doesn't mean that you have to be by the clock every minute, maybe just incorporating 1 or 2 activities in your life which will just center you throughout the day. People say meditation doesn't help. What will I gain out of meditation? You don't gain anything in the meditation. You lose things in the meditation. You lose fear, you lose guilt, you lose trauma, you lose all that, and you become more centered. So when you do a 20-minute meditation in the morning, that doesn't only help you in those 20 minutes, it helps you out through the day. Entire day, you're able to take better decisions, you're clear in your thought process, you're able to be more wise, you are not impatient about things that are happening in and around your life. So meditation is one of the ways. If you can't do that, sit in silence for 5 minutes. You can't do that, take a nap for 15 minutes in the afternoon. People really undermine the value of a nap in the afternoons. 15 minutes, not more. No 30 minutes, no 40 minutes, just 15 minutes. Put your mind into a sleeping mode and then wake up after 15 minutes, and you will see your energy will kick back. So these smaller things, we are not, spiritualists are not different from a business community, and a business community is not different from a teacher community. We are all connected to each other.
Definitely. Very much, very much. I resonate with the fact. And Mr. Amit, definitely your insights also.
One very important thing which Master just mentioned is having a schedule, where if not everything, at least you focus on one thing and you try to put that into, a schedule. You start managing some time around it. That will definitely help. And why I'm saying this, because the older me, few years back, I was the same person where I was working 18 hours a day, not sleeping, not eating. I was just so focused on my work that I was all over, and yet I was not reaching anywhere. So there was one fine day, Master told me, okay, put a stop to your, when you say end of day, what is end? So I said, okay, no, nothing more beyond 8 p.m., no more work. So I tried doing that. It was extremely difficult. I tried doing that for a few months, nothing achieved around it. But now,
More frustration.
I was more frustrated around that. I'm unable to finish my work. It's getting piled up, and all of those things started coming up. But gradually, today, whatever happens, I do not see my official phone post 8 p.m. And if anything is left, it goes to the next day. And still, I am in schedule. I am able to finish my work on time, manage my meetings on time. Things are better. And that's what, a small change in my time management helped me out, and that's extremely important, So yeah, having a schedule is extremely important, and that's what the spiritual essence you can bring to your business.
That's really fascinating. And I believe our audience would find this more fascinating to hear this from your side. And more into the subject, Master Dr. Vani Kabir, I would like you to share, more about crystals, because I got to know people are identifying you with, crystals, different kinds of crystals and jewelries that you're wearing. So they are very much into like, what are these? So please do, enlighten them in this direction. Definitely, please.
So, crystal knowledge is something that is very common to hear, but it's also very uncommon that a lot of people don't have the right knowledge about it. Crystal is energy. Your body is 70% water, and crystals are 100% water. They're just crystallized water. And water is known to hold on to memory, since AD. Thousands of years, people have worked with water healing because water holds on to energy. If you tell something to your water, if you are drinking this water, open the bottle, just say a spell and say that, okay, I want this water to heal my stomach. And it will hold that energy and it will help you do that. And the same is with crystals, because we all are blocked beings. We have so many blockages. Somebody would have a relationship blockage, would have a wealth blockage, somebody would have a work blockage, somebody would have a blockage of not being a parent, not getting married. So crystals is a very simple and a very subtle way. When you wear them, the energy of the crystals get aligned with the energy of your auric field. It's like a booster. When you are out, it's like a power bank to your body. So when you wear crystals, you realize that, okay, there's an additional energy that you're getting. And a lot of people think that just wearing one crystal or wearing two is going to be sufficient, but not actually. because I wear so much and I don't feel any energy around me because my body has gotten used to having this much energy. But then when I take them off for a day or two, I suddenly feel a dip in my energy. And that's when I realize what they were doing for me, you know. So wearing crystal, and there are crystals that would work at a very different frequency. So if you have a headache, wear an amethyst. If you want wealth, wear a citrine. You know, if you want to achieve your goals, wear a yellow calcite. If you're low on motivation, wear a yellow calcite. If you're not able to focus, you have exams, wear a labradorite. You know, so they all have matching frequencies to it. You know, so when you have a headache, your body vibrates at a different frequency. And then you have a crystal that vibrates at a different frequency. And when you wear that, it acts as a medicine.
It's very much true. So, for the viewers out there, in, it's a myth that if you wear wrong crystal, it will impact you negatively. Is there some sort of thing? Could you just clarify this? Yeah.
There is no crystal in the world that will impact you negatively.
Negatively.
If the crystal doesn't resonate with your energy field, it will not give you any result. But it will never harm you because the molecular structure of the crystal is not so that it can emit negativity. It can only absorb negativity, and that is the reason we have to do crystal cleansing every now and then. But it is not like a gemstone which can give and take the negativity.
So, what's the difference between gemstone and crystals? Like,
So gemstones are a higher frequency of the crystal. So if a crystal is a certain frequency, a gemstone is a much condensed version of it, and it's higher in frequency. And also the gemstones are known, like they're also at large, they're gemstone and crystal family, but they've been associated with the planetary movements through astrology, and hence they've got a different meaning to it. So if you wear a Munga, it's for Mangal, and if you wear a blue sapphire, it's for Shani. That is because those gemstones also resonate with the planetary frequency. And if something isn't working very well in your life, you just take the help of a gemstone and you fix it.
understood. That's great. That's great to know. So I was asking this question to make the viewers, very much into the knowledge that what it is all about. Okay. So due to time constraint, like earlier, I have to put an end to this conversation. Okay, so I have to put an end to this conversation. But before that, I would like you to share. Last time you shared a tip of rubbing your hands. I'm still doing it. So one more tip to protect yourself from negative auras and curses and evil eyes that you told us. So one more tip or any sort of tip that could help us, improve.
So every morning when you wake up, you just close your eyes and imagine that there is a golden light that is coming from the top of the universe, and this is our crown chakra, which is right above our crown. And you just think that that golden light is hitting your crown chakra, and then it forms a bubble around you. It encompasses you from all sides. And just pray that this bubble protects you from any negative energies. It's like a filter. So only the good things will come in, and none of the bad things will ever reach you. Even if somebody is cursing you right on your face, it won't come to you. And the other thing is called EFT. So if you feel really worried about something and you were working on something and then you just feel, oh my God, I'm palpitating and I'm having this anxiety and things like that, you just take your 2 fingers and you tap your third eye, and you have to continue to do it for 100 times. And it has to feel, you have to feel it. It can't be like this.
Okay.
It has to be like this.
Okay,
Tapping, like literally tapping. It's called the emotional freedom technique, EFT. So you just tap it and then you tap it here. So this is where the all is well comes from. So when we put our hand on our heart and we thump our chest, it is a signal to the heart that everything is okay, keep going. And that is the reason when people who pass away and the CPR is also given, they also press the heart like that, because it's a signal to the heart saying everything is well, keep going. So when you feel anxious and when you feel worried, just tap and just this is the meridian. So all these are meridians of our body. Our body is such a beautiful thing.
Indeed, very sadly. And sadly, again, I have to put an end to this. But my friend Karishma, has 2 questions to ask from you. So please, Karishma, take care.
So, what is your experience and expectations from this forum?
From this forum.
Yeah.
I think when I come across entrepreneurs, they're always stressed, they're always hustling, and some of them really have some brilliant ideas, that they want to execute and they want to bring to the world, and they are really world changing ideas. But because they're not aligned with themselves and they're not aligned with their own energy, they are not able to execute it to the point that they can. And it is a real waste of a good idea and a good energy. So if through this forum we can improvise and introduce spirituality in their life in some way or the other, not that they completely become sannyasins, but just in a way that they can understand and get aligned with their own energy to execute their ideas better, they will be investing less energy and less hard time into doing that, and those ideas will see fruition faster. And I think it's good for the entire world to have brilliant ideas around us.
Very much true. Very much true. Yeah.
And any feedback for this forum?
Any feedback? Aman is very good at it.
Okay. The feedback is always good because Business Connect is always at its toes when you are organizing something like this.
And they're always very polite. I think one of the things that I really like about this forum, this is my second time being here, is that all the people are very genuine and very polite. There's no pretense that, oh, we are a big magazine and we have to act like that. There's nothing like that. Everyone is very humble, very down to earth, very pleasant. And like you're doing an event of such a mega scale, and at the same time there is nobody who's stressed about it, and it's a very beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, there are so many important personalities around, and nobody is like, okay, yeah, nobody is panicking. Okay, ye late ho gaya, wo aisa ho gaya, lunch is late. Nothing like that. Everything is chilled out, calm, and that's the way to host something. Because when you are having a cool mind, you see things in the same light, and you organize those things better.
And it's very respectful also. It's very respectful when you see people in and around, introducing each other and talking to each other. It's a very respectful way of doing it. It's not like somebody's given a celebrity treatment and the others not, and it's absolutely not that. Everyone's treated equal. It's really, really nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this precious feedback and your definitely your precious time and providing us so much what to say, like speechless. I'm awesome insights into spirituality, and definitely time is short and this subject is very deep, so we cannot contain it here, but we would definitely like you to mark your presence in our next event that is about to be held on 25th of March. Okay, so we hope to see you both there again.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll be keenly awaiting again. Okay, so thank you so much, and nothing. Thank you so much.